Alright, so what we're going to be installing today is a submarine slot, and what that allows you to do is run like normal street type racing seats, which have like a often adjustable rear tilt and a bottom pad that doesn't have a hole in it for a 6-point racing harness. And basically, if you don't want to give up your streetability, aka having a nice comfy seat like this one, which is surprisingly comfortable, but you still want to have a harness with your roll cage or just overall safety in a track type car, you can install one of these so you can run a 6-point in your nice looking seat. Now this is a clam type from Corbeau, and basically what you're going to do is cut a hole in the seat and sandwich it like that. And that's going to allow the belt to run straight down to where you mount it in the floor of the car. So all we need to do that today is a tape measure, some tape, and your cutting technique can vary by what you have. I like using a Dremel for clean cuts, straight cuts, but you also can use a razor or some scissors. Kind of just depends what's your style. So step one is going to be take some tape and make a mark. Make a little tab you can use as a template. It's about the size of the submarine slot. Now, Scroth Racing, which makes a really good install manual, what they recommend is make this slot between 11 and 13 inches from the back of the seat on the inside. So what we have this is right around 11 3/4 inches. When I sat in the seat, this is about where you want it. You want it to go right down your crotch, basically, so the 6-point can grab your thighs and not let you slide forward and then get your gonads and all that other stuff that's nice and delicate. So safety first. So between 11 and 13 inches from the inside of the back seat, and make a template about where you want it, and we'll get started. But first, I'll show you right here. Here's a finished product, so you can get a little preview of what we're going to be doing. As you can see, the submarine slot's right there and ready for a harness to come up through it. So now that we have our template set right here, where we want the slot, we're going to go ahead and start cutting. We're not really trying to cut the foam, we're just trying to cut the fabric in a really straight line. To do that, I like using a Dremel because I can cut in really straight lines, really cleanly. You can also use a razor, but we'll get started here. So now that you have our main cuts done, we're going to take our razor blade. So obviously I left a little bit of safety room here so I didn't overrun it. We're going to cut the corners out nice and carefully. What this does is reduces your chance going too far, ending up with that ugly hole in your seat. So now what we have is a nice little open spot there. When you put these in the seat, the smaller one's always going to go from the top and the bigger one from the bottom. That way you don't see the seam. I don't know if you can see it, but this seam you can see from the bottom. When you have it the correct orientation, it's nice and smooth and looks like a one-piece deal. This looks just about right. You want it to be snug. You don't want it to be like too loose in there. Nobody likes anything loose, right? We're gonna cut this out now. This is kind of barbaric, but it also gets it done. So, what are you gonna do? You want to cut down also. You don't want to cut like with the seat really. The way I like doing it is cutting straight down because that's the way the belt's gonna be going. So don't let the orientation of the seat throw you off. This foam will kind of pull apart. Just start picking at it. Alright, so what we're going to do now is cut from the bottom. Just push your thumb through. Be careful. Look at the top, make sure you're not oriented too far out of the box. Start moving some material. Remember, watch your fingers. This stuff will pull out pretty easy, so you don't have to cut too perfectly. As you can see now, we have a small little hole. So all I'll do is pull around and make sure you have the right amount of space on each side. And remember, this seat's foam, so you can leave it tight and it'll be okay. You don't need to leave a huge gap for the piece. So maybe have a quick look from above here. As you can see, we still have a bit more material to remove. So I'll get to that. Alright, what we'll do now is test fit a piece. Looks good, a bit tight. We'll just remove a bit off the bottom. Alright, looks like we have a lot more room now. It's definitely vacuuming after you do this project, so keep a shot back on hand. Going from the top here. Clean there. Kind of got to wrestle this on there, but once you got it, just push it till it's completely snug, which it is now. You can come back up to the top. You can see we've got the slot installed. If it's slightly crooked, grab it, twist it. But that's a submarine slot, and that's all installed nice and easy, and you just saved a bunch of money by not having to buy one-piece racing seats that have a submarine slot. So thanks to Corbeau with this little kit. And the OG Fast and Furious Sparkos, these were actually from Paul Walker's Green Eclipse. We'll live to see another day. Looking forward to seeing these in the car. So what we have here is the finished product. Nice set of Sabelt harnesses on Sparko seats. And the Sparko seats were converted from just a nice little sport seat to have a submarine slot. As you can see, it looks like it's factory. Can't tell. Plenty of room for these to go through. Keeps you nice and safe. These are going to go in the Turbo E46 for next season. Just note, these are the 2-inch Hans compatible Sabelt harnesses, so you should wear these with the Hans device. Most everybody I know uses them these days, so it's pretty common. The Sabelt harness quality is excellent. As you can see, they have a quick release. Ready to go. Super excited to be able to save these Sparkos and keep them for track use in the street. So give us a like, give us a thumbs up, give us a subscribe. Hope to get some more videos out soon.